In 2010, I was asked to play the organ on a tourist ship during a Eucharistic adoration. So I had to build an organ that I alone can transport to the ship. Since then, I have used this solution in various situations. Improvised Advent meditations in public squares, playing basso continuo in small parlors, or even solistic orchestral organ parts in large concert halls without an organ. In this video and an upcoming follow-up one, I want to share this system with you. This step-by-step guide will show you how to build an organ that costs less than 3,000 euros at the time of creating this video and is transportable by car or even by public transport, but sounds close to a real one.
First of all, you need a laptop to host the virtual organ. It has to have sufficient memory depending on the size and quality of the organ you want to play. 24 GB should be enough for even more sophisticated organs. If you want to control the stops in real time, then it is recommended to use a laptop with touchscreen. Next, you need a virtual organ, which is a piece of software that emulates an organ. We will use the excellent free and open source GrandOrgue. Download the proper version of GrandOrgue for your operating system and processor. On macOS, to find out what kind of processor you have, go to the Apple menu and select About this Mac. If it says chip with M and a number, download the ARM version. Otherwise, download the x86 version. Open the installer and go through the installation steps. On macOS, installation is performed simply by dragging and dropping grandorgue.app to the applications folder. After installation, run the application. Unfortunately, by default, macOS won't let you run it. To fix this, go to the Privacy and Security System settings, and near the message grandorgue.app was blocked, click Open anyway and confirm it. Now GrandOrgue is installed and started successfully, but there is no organ to play yet. So you have to download a sample set, which contains the sound and other data for a specific pipe organ. For now, I will use Lars Pallow's most basic simple set for a small choir organ, but I linked my database of free GrandOrgue sample sets in the description if you want to choose another one. Move the organ file to a dedicated folder. Double-click on it to open it in GrandOrgue. The organ is successfully installed and loaded. To test it, pull out a stop, click on a key to press it, then click on it again to release it. Great! Okay, but we want to play the organ on a keyboard. Therefore, get a MIDI keyboard, then connect it to the laptop via USB. Install the MIDI keyboard's driver. The exact steps will vary according to the keyboard's model. After restarting your computer, verify that the MIDI keyboard works. On macOS, open Audio MIDI Setup and select Window Show MIDI Studio. A new MIDI device should show up among the devices. Select it, click on Test MIDI Setup, then press a key on the MIDI keyboard. The incoming port on the device's icon should flash. Finally, configure the manual of the organ to activate when a note is played on the MIDI keyboard. Right-click on the manual, click on Listen for Event, then press any key on the MIDI keyboard. You have successfully connected the MIDI keyboard to the manual. Click on OK. Now you can play the organ on the MIDI keyboard. Congratulations! There's still one issue though. The organ seems to be too loud. The blower noise is very audible, and playing even the quietest stop nearly results in audio clipping. This is a problem of several sample sets, so decrease the general volume and the organ will sound nice. Save the organ settings to persist the configuration. We are still hearing the sound through the laptop speakers, so let's set up some larger speakers for a more realistic sound. Get an audio interface and connect it to the laptop via USB. Set the output level of the audio interface to a mid-range value. A new audio device appeared corresponding to the audio interface. Take note of its name. Route GrandOrgue's audio output to the audio interface. In GrandOrgue, go to File, Settings, Audio, select the first device under Audio Output, click on Change, and select the device corresponding to the audio interface. On macOS, the device name has to start with Port Audio. Click on Properties and set the desired latency to 0 millisecond. There is one more setting to tweak. Currently, the artificial reverb is set to maximum, but if you are playing in a venue that has a nice natural reverb, it is recommended to reduce the artificial reverb. If the venue you are playing in already has a sound system, then you are set up. Otherwise, get a pair of speakers depending on the size of the venue. Connect the audio interface to the sound system or your speakers, typically via 6.3mm jack cables. Turn on the speakers and set their input gain and master volume levels to mid-range values. You are ready to play. As a bonus, if you want to use a combination stepper piston, get a MIDI pedal or foot controller and connect it to the MIDI keyboard's sustain pedal input. In GrandOrgue, open the Combination Setter panel and store your combinations by clicking on Set, then the desired combination, and Set again. Configure the next button to activate when the pedal is depressed. Right-click on it, click on Listen for Event, then depress the pedal. Afterwards, it is very important to set the upper limit to 127, otherwise the pedal will trigger the button multiple times. Now you can use the pedal to step the combination without lifting your hands. The complete system looks like this. This appearance might be fine for a pop stage, but for a more elegant venue, you might want to hide the modern setup. Fortunately, a friend of mine constructed an awesome-looking facade which fits churches and concert halls visually. At last, let's hear the system in action with another sample set of a fantastic-sounding historic organ.
It's your time to start building. You can find the list of necessary hardware components, including the ones needed to transport the organ, linked in the description. If you manage to build your own portable digital organ, I would be very happy if you shared your experiences in the comments. And that concludes this video. In the next one, we will extend our small positive organ to a large symphonic instrument. Subscribe if you want to get notified when it is released. Until then, have fun with your newly built organ.